YTBC, what's the deal? So I was on fightnews.com reading a very interesting article. I'll leave the article in the description box. You can click on it, read it, come to your own conclusion. But my man, Eric Molina, is ready for this Tomasz Adamek bout that will be taking place in Poland this Saturday. I cannot wait for this clash. Let me go ahead and read a little insert from this article. He says, beating Adamek in Poland on Saturday, it will not be easy. But I had a great training camp. This is the strongest I've ever been. I matured as a man. I matured as a fighter. I'm learning the most from my losses. It takes a special fighter to bounce back after big losses. I want to show the world that I'm a fighter. All right, and I do agree with Eric Molina. You got to remember with his career, how many guys you know in their first professional fight get knocked out in the first round and proceed with a professional career? Usually that's enough to make somebody say, you know what, getting punched in the face isn't for me. But, you know, so I have to give him that. And it shows that courage, and he has some balls on him, man, because for somebody to do that, usually guys get knocked out in their first fight, they don't want no more boxing. But he has bounced back after losses. The Chris Arreola was another loss that he did bounce back, got knocked out in the first round. But if you really watch that fight, he had Arreola on Queer Street, and then he got caught. Pretty entertaining one-round fight. Then the fight he had with Deontay Wilder, he got knocked down a few times, but he went out on his shield. He did what he can do in that fight. Wilder just more power, just a better fighter. But in this fight with Tomasz Adamek, I would agree that Adamek is a more championship level fighter, being that he won titles at light heavyweight, cruiserweight, title contender at heavyweight, just like Molina, but he came up short. I just think Adamek is just the all-around better fighter, skill-wise, technique, footwork. He's the naturally smaller guy, but Tomasz Adamek, again, when it comes to strength and size, it means something, and I take it into account. But if you're the better, skillful guy, that means a lot too. So they kind of cancel each other out. But Molina does, he's going to be in shape. He brings the youth to this fight because he is I believe he's 6 or 7 years younger than Tomasz Adamek. But the fight's going to be in Poland. Adamek isn't a guy that gets knocked out, so it's going to go to 12 rounds. And if Molina can implement some type of game plan where he's using his jab and using that long right hand and circling Tomasz Adamek, maybe try to rough him up, he has a chance of winning the fight. But it's in Poland. Tomasz Adamek is made to go 12 rounds. I see him winning this fight. I've done a prediction on it, but I'm just getting this out there that Eric Molina says he's stronger than ever. And every fighter says this is the best training camp I ever had until they lose. And then they say, oh, my arm was really injured. So it doesn't surprise me that he's confident. Every fighter's confident. But just looking at the interview, looks like he's in the right mindset for this fight. Just getting it out there. The winner of this is supposed to take on the winner between Kurat Pulov and Derek Chisora in this IBF Eliminator. We know that Charles Martin and Anthony Joshua will be fighting in a few weeks here for the IBF title. And then you got Carlos Takam versus Joseph Parker in another Eliminator. So some really good fights going on in the IBF sanctioning body. Just getting this out there. YTBC. I'm out.